2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Sacramento Kings. And guys, for the Kings, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he always has his team in position to win.
There's two type of leaders, Ernie, the vocal leader and the one that leads by example. One of my favorite.
It's game time in Boston as the crowds look to cheer on the Celtics. Sacramento is working their way through a road trip going into today's game.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So Sacramento will get the first possession. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Rajon Rondo is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's AC in the power forward. You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
Here's Bellinelli. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Outside Bradley. The dish to Thomas. The floater. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Rondo.
And with Rudy Gay, the physical part of the game has never been a problem with him. As great a physical player as any other small forward in the league, his one drawback is he can get in his own head at times and not play to his strengths.
Now here's Thomas. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. Bradley, no one around him. And the three off target. Kings have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Rondo. Goes up on the wing. And it's Gay again missing.
And no doubt a lot of players can get in their own head, like Gay does at times. He does so much on the floor, it is odd when he vanishes for stretches of the game. On pure talent, he has few peers in the league.
Here's Rondo. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. No good from Cousins.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Bradley dishes to Sullinger. Screened by Sanders. Now here's Crowder. He's covered by Gay.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it.
Well, I tell you what, you just got to sit back and admire the creativity there.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
At the elbow is Sullinger. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Marco Bellinelli picks one up.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Crowder, the pass to Thomas. Screen by Sanders. Thomas dishes to Sanders. It's Bradley on the wing. Bellinelli is covering. Shot clock at 5. Here's Sanders. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Rondo against Thomas. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Thomas. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
For the Sacramento Kings, the last game a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
Well, I don't think they're really built to play those kind of grinded-out, low-scoring games. It just doesn't seem to be in their DNA to me.
Now here's Thomas, following the shot by Rudy Gay. Thomas kicks to Crowder. He feeds it to Sullinger. The Celtics working the ball around now. Buries it from three-point range. Crowder's got 5 now.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Right now, let's find out what head coach George Karl had to say to our Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I asked what part of their offensive scheme he feels most confident in today, and he said it's probably the depth of perimeter shooting talent that they've got. He said our guys can flat out shoot it, and you're going to see it today. Gentlemen?
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the 3 ball.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Now, here's Thomas. Picked away. 3-on-3. Rondo passes to Bellinelli. Back to Rondo. He's looking for Cousins and finds him, and it's blocked. Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Sullinger for the 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. From long range or short, the small forwards on this list have been on target for the past 10 games, leading their position in field goal percentage. 5th, Rudy Gay.
And that tells you about their ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively. I mean, because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of a percentage.
That's accurate, but you can't do what they've done without a superb outside shot as well. I mean, that's not a problem for this group. They certainly can drain the jump shot.
Sullinger, no good. The Kings have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Boston trailing. Thomas up top. He's covered by Rondo. Sullinger the screen. Five to shoot. Sanders dishes to Bradley. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Sacramento.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Boston. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Sanders. C.J. Miles comes in for Crowder. And it's Chalmers in for Isaiah Thomas.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
There's the pass to Caspi. There's the 3. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. From deep miles, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
And that was a game where you just sensed that they would get it going and somehow be able to come out with the victory, but just not in the cards on that night.
Well, you had a little more faith in them than I did. I mean, I just never saw any signs of real life there that could be sustained.
And now, the first timeout call here for Boston. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with the road win.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Outside Butler. And Caspi kicks to Anderson. And Caspi has it in the corner. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Now, here's Chalmers. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Sullinger a screen on Curry. And Chalmers kicks to Sullinger. From the left block. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Oh, great move to get to the rack there against the guy who doesn't really just have the strength to be able to keep him away from the rim.
Kings moving the ball around. This is to Butler. There's a good screen. And here's Anderson for 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Sullinger the screen. This one for 3. And Sullinger missing.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now, here's Chalmers. Kicks to Sullinger. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Let's see how the Kings have performed over the last few weeks. 6th in free throw percentage, 6th in opponent points per game, and they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
Yeah, and getting back to their free throw percentage, you know, it might seem like a small thing, but sometimes it's those little things that can put a team over the top. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Courtney Lee. Here's Caspi. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Caspi's got 7. And so for Caspi last season, finally found some consistency on offense. He'd always had the skill set, but really couldn't connect the dots. It seemed like he did last year.
He did. I felt like the game at times early in his career was too fast for him. He really seemed to slow things down and worked on his shooting mechanics. Even though he was a really good shooter, he hadn't seen results at this level. Now you look at last year, 49% from the field, 40 from behind the arc.
Kings leading now by 4. Outside Curry. Feeds it to Caspi. There's the screen. He kicks it to Butler. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Chalmers.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Curry inside off the pick. He lays it in. Caspi's got 9.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
Celtics trail by 6. And here is Chalmers. Sullinger right side. Pass to Boozer. He dishes it to Miles. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Here's the screen. A 3 from Anderson. Here's Cauley Stein. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
A moment now to see the numbers for Jared Sullinger. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's averaging about 19 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Nogueira comes in for Sullinger. And it's Luke Babbitt in for Carlos Boozer. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Galloway kicks to Miles. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Austin with the ball. Following the shot by Caron Butler. Here's Galloway. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. The feed to Chalmers. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Miles. A step back shot here. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Miles has got 6 points.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Outside Curry. Now the dish to Caspi. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. There's Galloway. Miles, that's for 2. And no good trying to get that one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Kings ahead. They're up by 6. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
On the floor for Sacramento, Rudy Gay is out there with Quincy Acey. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Boozer can't get it to go. Kings leading now by 6. Now Cousins. His last outing, he had 8 points. Off target on the 15-footer. Thomas with the ball. Screen by Boozer. Boozer with the screen for Thomas. And it's Sanders, top of the key. 6 to shoot. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Sanders has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Celtics. Rondo passes to Bellinelli. Back to Rondo. He feeds it to Cousins. Kings moving the ball around. Rondo, good. Rondo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Screened by Boozer. Now here's Crowder. Defense right on him. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Kings leading now by 7. Pass to Bellinelli. Cousins against Sanders. And the rejection by Sanders. Now here's Thomas. To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Outside Rondo. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. And the rejection by Sanders. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Boston. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
You know, a team that shares the ball freely will create opportunities for the right player to score more times than not. They don't have to force it. Everybody recognizes that if they move and get open, the ball will find them.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Here's Gay. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now, here's Thomas. Bradley up top. It's stolen. Gay outside. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And now it's a 9-point Kings lead.
And, you know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit his stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages. But then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
Talking about Bellinelli, he won the NBA three-point shootout back in 2014. Looked like he'd perfected his stroke. That gave him great confidence in every other part of his game.
And talent is one thing, but confidence truly does trump almost everything else. And he just didn't seem to have it last season. But he has that craftiness and high-level skill set to really bounce back this year and prove that he's the real deal.
Sullinger's checked in for Boston. Rondo against Bradley. Gay drives in, and the shot falls short this time. Celtics trail by 7. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Screen by Sanders. Bradley can't get it to go.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And AC kicks to Bellinelli. No coverage that time. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 9 now for the Kings. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And here is Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Here's Crowder, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Marco Bellinelli picks one up. The Celtics have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve. Looking at the game for Crowder, he has 9 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Shot from the inbound. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Here's where Boston sits right now, Kevin, in the current league rankings. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point shooting. And they're also ranked number 1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Sacramento making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Gay bounces high off the rim and drops. Gay's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Bradley. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it. A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
Here's Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Thomas kicks to Sullinger.
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
And what a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
Anderson can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 6. Outside Thomas. Screen by Sanders. Left side Bradley. Shot clock at 5. It's Sullinger with the drive. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Crowder. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Quincy Ace. Caron Butler's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Curry subbed in for Rajon Rondo. There's Galloway. Screen by Sanders. Here's Bradley. Off target from outside.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And here are the Kings now. Here's Caspi. Butler passes to Caspi, and another shot, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket, on time and on target.
There's Galloway, guarded by Curry. Sanders with a screen on Curry. There's the screen, and here's Miles outside. Offensive rebound, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Caspi, how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Now here's Sanders. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Here's Curry. After the basket by Larry Sanders.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And the Celtics with possession here. The Kings getting the bucket. The pass to Miles. Goes back up. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
The Celtics making a switch here. Babbitt's checked in. Sanders, no good on the free throw. And Butler, here we go. And that one's good. Celtics trail by 6. And for Caron Butler, came into the league as a hard-nosed defender, good rebounder for a small forward. But it seems like as he matured, Greg, he became more of a three-point marksman.
Great point. And you know, early in his career, the difficulty with the outside shot, his game was more about toughness. But like most smart veterans, he extended his range so he could live to play a little longer, which he certainly has.
Now here's Anderson. Kings moving the ball around. Butler on the wing. Dishes to Cauley-Stein. 5 on the clock. Curry kicks to Cauley-Stein. Anderson. Rebounded by the Celtics. Sanders has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And, you know, going back to Caron Butler, he became a complete offensive player at the height of his career. I mean, he improved his ball handling so he could get his shot off from any place on the court. His pull-up, mid-range jumper, cash money. And in a couple of years, he averaged nearly 5 assists a game.
Butler missing again. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. And here's Miles outside. That's good. And so Galloway with the assist. Miles has got 9 points.
And when you talk about Caron Butler, I think the progression of his skill set proves that you can do anything you put your mind to. I mean, this is a guy who's shown what dedication and hard work really mean, and it's made him into one of the best small forwards in our game for a stretch of his career.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
They're committing an awful lot of fouls, and most of them are unproductive. You don't want to let guys get easy layups. I understand that. But this could turn into a parade to the foul line.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Nogueira, he's checked in for Sanders. Lee comes in for Bradley. And it's Chalmers in for Langston Galloway.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Celtics trail by 3. Now Lee, he's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
Boy, was he physical. I mean, in that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
Babbitt's shot is off.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Curry. To the middle. Here's Anderson. Got a piece of it.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
1:35 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Miles. But they get it back. Nogueira dishes to Chalmers. Nogueira gets a screen for Lee. Butler with the steal. And Caspi kicks to Curry. Butler on the wing. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Here's Babbitt, guarded by Curry. Babbitt, good.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now here's Anderson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Anderson's got 6.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Chalmers passes to Babbitt. There's a screen. Here's Miles. They get it again. Nogueira dishes to Miles. 30 seconds left in the first half of the game. Kicks it to Nogueira. A second chance effort. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Celtics have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. He's off on the first. Some changes for Sacramento. Rudy Gay's checked in for Butler. Bellinelli comes in for James Anderson. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Curry. And the second free throw, good. Kings leading now by 3. Rondo with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Feeds to Gay. 4 seconds left. And it's good on the way in. Gay's got 8 points in the quarter.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Lee outside. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball.
Well, Karan, what do you...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Sacramento came out looking very confident. Their lead at one point was up. And that'll wrap up our halftime show, the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
So far in the game for Caspi, he's got 13 points, and he's put one three-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Sanders out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Crowder at the free throw. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And here's Rondo after Avery Bradley was able to get the triple. And here on our 2K leaderboard, you see a breakdown of the best free throw shooting centers and power forwards over the past month. Fifth on the list, DeMarcus Cousins.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
It really does. I mean, defenders have to be a little more cautious than they would be ordinarily. Hack one of these fellas, and they'll cash in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Bellinelli, guarded by Bradley. Pass to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. Crowder with the steal. Outside Thomas. Out to the right wing. It's tipped. And Sanders kicks to Crowder. And that one's good. Crowder's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Here's Bellinelli. He's got 8. And it's Rondo penetrating. That's good. Rondo's got 5 points so far.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. And taking a look here at some numbers for Cousins. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Second in blocks, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And as you said, one of the best shot blockers in the league. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane.
Now here's Cousins. 6 points for him. Good D by Sanders.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
And yes, sir, that one drops. And it's 6 points for Avery Bradley. The Kings trail by 3. Now here's Rondo. He has 5. And here is Thomas. He kicks it to Bradley. Back to Thomas. Screened by Sanders. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And the Celtics making a change here. Boozer's checked in. AC's shot is good.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Now here's Thomas. Sullinger, a screen on Rondo. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. He dishes it to Boozer. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Bradley. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Galloway, the pass to Thomas. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Thomas got 5 now.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Rondo kicks to Gay. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Galloway kicks to Thomas. The feed to Galloway. And he's good on the 3-ball. 6 points for him.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Now here's Rondo. 5 points in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Caron Butler's checked in for Sacramento. And so here's Sacramento. 7-point differential. Passes to Cousins. Outside Butler. Makes it off the glass.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch. Just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
Celtics leading by 5. Now Thomas. 5 points in the game. Screened by Boozer. The dish now to Sullinger. And stolen by Gay. Outside Rondo. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Boston. Now here's Butler. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Rondo kicks to Cousins.
You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Celtics.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
Rondo against Thomas. Screened by Boozer. Thomas kicks to Miles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot by Crowder, no good. Yeah, talking about Cousins' top 5 in technical fouls in each of his first 5 seasons. Among other things, that's given away a ton of free points, guys, to the opposition.
Yeah, DeMarcus is working hard to control that temper, and he knows it's important for the team. But it's hard to plug a volcano. And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Rondo with it. He has 5. He feeds it to Gay for the tie. Here's AC. Here's Cousins. And finally they hit one. Cousins has got 4 points this quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here's Miles. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 5 assists in the game. Outside Rondo. Cousins dishes to Gay. Back to Cousins. And that one hits back iron.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Here's Thomas. He's got 5. Inside, puts up the baby hook. Sullinger with the bucket.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Greg, you were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns. In their first meeting, he took them apart on the floor. Remember that game? Stared them down as he was hitting shots. Looked at that bench. Man, he had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 5. Puts one up from 19. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Celtics leading by 5. Chalmers passes to Bennett. Back to Chalmers. There's the pick. Pass to Bennett. Can't get it to go. So the Kings will take it the other way. Now here's Rondo. Inside, Caspi. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Caspi's got 15. Boston's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Rondo against Chalmers. The pass to Crowder. Dishes it to Miles. The offensive rebound.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Well, in terms of rebounding over the last 10 games, these are the rookies that have been head and shoulders above the rest. 4th, Willie Cauley-Stein.
He's gotten the opportunity to make a contribution, and the numbers, they followed. I mean, he's shown he can help them control the backcourt.
Boy, over the last 10 games, he's been a straight beast. I mean, I'm blown away by his dominance inside at that age.
That free throw, no good. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Crowder. And he's good on the second. The Celtics with the lead. Now Miles. 11 points in the game. There's the pick. Six on the shot clock. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
The last few weeks, you see how Boston stacks up. First in three-point field goal percentage. 6th in fewest turnovers per game. And they also rank right there in the top 10 in fast break points. I mean, this is a really good transition team. They love to operate in the open court.
And you look at their incredible three-point percentage. I mean, it's not just about their accuracy, but their execution using screens and creating those open looks. That's been key.
Bellinelli gets the bucket. So it's the Celtics now. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And Miles kicks to Chalmers. They set the pick. Hit his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Nogueira gets a screen for Chalmers. 6 to shoot. Rondo with the steal.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
Kicks it to Bellinelli for the lead. Kept alive by Sacramento.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Lee outside. Rebound by Caspi.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Gay dishes to Rondo. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you know, Rondo, a strange year shooting the ball last season. For a good stretch, he was shooting the same from the free throw line as he was from three-point range, about 30%.
Greg, you were talking about Rondo, and his shooting woes have been well documented. Clark, he tried to tap into Dirk's old shooting coach to help him out while in Dallas.
You know, a good portion of this might be mental at this point for Rondo. He is getting to the point in his career where I think it is what it is for him in regards to his shooting.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. The Celtics have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
Shooting for Boston.
That free throw, no good.
Will be at the line shooting 2.
He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Rondo against Chalmers. Here's the screen. Outside Rondo. To the middle for the lead. Rebound Boston. Babbitt's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1:07 left in the third quarter. And Miles kicks to Nogueira. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Cleveland. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Boston Celtics just way behind.
And, you know, for the Celtics, they just lack that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
You know, you're right. They're not that far from being true contenders, but it doesn't look like this is the season for them to do so.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Sanders checked in for Luke Babbitt. Bradley comes in for C.J. Miles. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Sullinger's checked in for Boston. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count him, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he was still in Memphis? That's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
Boston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Galloway. He's got 6. Lee outside. Here's Sullinger, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Celtics leading by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The Kings trail by 4. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. They've got Caspi. Quincy Acey out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Rondo in at the 1. Here's Galloway. Sullinger the screen. Here's Crowder. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And now the Kings fast break. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Inside. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Rondo passes to Bellinelli. And AC now top of the key. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. That's 7 points for Rajon Rondo.
Boy, I'm impressed with the determination he showed right there. Getting himself in the good position under the glass. Did his work early there.
Yeah, with the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to go to.
And then also just the niftiness with that tip in. Just a quick touch, again, before the defense knows what hit him. That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
There's a screen. Screen by Cousins. Three-pointer. The shot by Bellinelli. No good. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Galloway kicks to Crowder. Misses the three.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Langston Galloway.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And Sullinger kicks to Sanders. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Outside Rondo, knocked loose. Thomas against Rondo. Feeds to Crowder. Pass to Sullinger. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Crowder, and it's Boston with another.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Larry Sanders with the rebound. Sanders has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Outside Thomas. He kicks it to Sullinger. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. And it's a 3-point Boston lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And Bellinelli kicks to Rondo. Rondo with another miss. Boston leading by 3. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. And they've got to talk to each other on D. Their miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
He dishes it to AC. They set the pick, and there's the feed to Bellinelli. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Bellinelli's got 9 points here in the second half. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. And here is Chalmers. Screen by Sanders. Crowder kicks to Sullinger. Uncovered. Passes it to Chalmers. The dish to Thomas. He feeds it to Sullinger. Over Caspi. And Sullinger missing. The Kings trail by 4. Rondo kicks to AC. 3 for Caspi. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Looking at the numbers for Rudy Gay, he's got 14 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Park, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Left side Rondo to tie it up. Pass to AC. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
It's Sullinger with the drive, and that is good. Sullinger's got 12 points here in the second half.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's Gay, and he slams that one down.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Thomas against Rondo. Outside Thomas. Here's Sanders. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Outside Rondo, and they double up Rondo. Gay outside. They set the pick to the inside, and AC kicks to Bellinelli. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Bellinelli's got 9 points in the quarter.
What a huge boost he's giving them here. 4 or 5 in this fourth quarter has come up big.
There's the pass to Miles. Sullinger the screen. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Rondo. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. One thing to say about Rajon Rondo's career, he's come up big in the biggest of games, had 6 steals in the closeout game that gave Boston its 17th championship. Remember that back in 2008 for Coach Doc Rivers?
I really do. And after that Boston win in the series against the Lakers, Phil Jackson called Rondo the star of Game 6. Everyone had always talked about the Big 3 in Boston. That year, it was the Big 4.
Looking to get it going. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And, you know, guys, on the topic of Rondo, you look at his playoff career now. I mean, in 2009, he averaged nearly a triple-double in the postseason. I mean, this guy has great instincts, but he has to have the ball to orchestrate the way he's most effective.
He's off on the second.
And going back to what we were saying, what you hope with Rondo is that he can get back to his full level of confidence. He tore the ACL in 13. He was traded in 14, and lost his way a little bit. But he's still young enough to have several really good years in front of him.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Rondo against Thomas. Up top, Sullinger. Inside, here's Sanders. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
AC dishes to Bellinelli. From past the arc. Up and in, that's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Well, he's having a monster fourth quarter here, making all but one of his 6 shots. He's been just what they needed when they needed it.
Outside Thomas. Dishes to Sullinger. 4 on the shot clock. The 11-footer. And it's Boston with another.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Timeout called by the Kings.
Yeah, clearly they were starting to show signs of fatigue, so coach wanted to give them a second to get their win back.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, over that break, I was able to catch the message George Karl was giving to his team. He said their plan was to run their offense through Gay. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Thomas against Rondo. Thomas passes to Sullinger. It's stolen by Rondo. Rudy Gay on the wing. Back to Rondo. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Bellinelli. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Marco Bellinelli in this one, 22 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
And so he hits both.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here is Miles. Bellinelli is covering. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
You look at Jared Sullinger, what a contribution.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Over in the corner, Cousins. Plenty of space. The rebound by the Celtics.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Thomas with the ball. Double team on Thomas. In the corner, Miles with it. Puts up a 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And so he's able to pick up 2 of 3 from the line. And it's a 5-point game.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Rondo kicks to Gay. Just 5 to shoot. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that?
You don't, Kevin. I mean, as a defender, you got to just stash that one in the memory bank and make sure it doesn't burn you the next time. Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
And the rejection by Sanders. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Crowder, the big dunk at the end of the break.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Outside Thomas. Kicks to Sullinger. In the corner, Miles with it. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Celtic lead.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Butler dishes to Curry. Looking to end the run. And Sanders pulls it down.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jared Sullinger. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another. What are your thoughts, Kenny? And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the